can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Gray Productions. I'm one of your co-hosts. My name is Robbie, and on this week's episode was Jack Nicholson Week. Not to be confused with Jack Nicholas. The winner of Jack Nicholson Week was a 1975 drama and 1976 Best Picture winner, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, written by Best Adapted Screenplay winners Lawrence Haben and Bo Goldman, which is based on a novel by Ken Kesey. Cuckoo's Nest was directed by Best Director winner Miloš Forman. Cuckoo's Nest stars Best Actor winner Jack Nicholson, Best Actress winner Louise Fletcher, Danny DeVito, Christopher Lloyd, Brad Dourif, and William Redfield. Alongside me is the cuz Benny. How we doing?
In the mood for lobotomy. How about you?
Same. Been since 83. Since 83. Take me out of misery. And alongside Benny and myself, good friend co-host Ryan. Ryan, how we feeling?
If you guys are ready for a lobotomy, then have a large man put a pillow over my face and just finish it.
Even if it's not a lobotomy, please just do it.
Yeah, just end it. That's fine. Yeah, like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch, and we typically watch movies that one or all of us haven't seen. A lot of times we'll put it up for a vote on Instagram, so check us out there. Let the Boys Watch Pod. And you can also send us an email, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. And Benny, tell them where else they could, I don't know, comment, follow, tell us we suck, whatever.
Yeah, you could tell us we suck on YouTube. We're Let the Boys Watch. Give us a follow there. Subscribe so you don't miss any of our episodes. Kind of hard to find us because of all the Will Ferrell Let the Boys Watch or Let the Boy Watch clips. So yeah, follow us, click the subscribe button, click the bell button so you don't miss any of our new videos. It's not going to be intrusive. You're not going to get like a bunch of notifications or anything like that. It's just so you could see us pop up on your home screen. So subscribe on YouTube. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah, give us some suggestions. Tell us, hey, you did an episode like 3 years ago because we've been doing this a while about something, and you guys were great. Thank you. Yeah, so give us some compliments too. That'd be nice. The ego could use a little boost.
Please, God knows.
But yeah, I think all of us haven't seen this. No?
Oh, really?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I'm kind of shocked myself. Like, it's definitely been on my list for 20 years, and I just kept not watching it for no reason whatsoever. So very exciting. We got the threesome going this week. So I don't know. I guess let's just get into some overall impressions. We'll do some plum scores, and then we'll just talk about the movie, kind of pepper each other.
Wait, you gotta do your whatchamacallit.
What? What did I forget?
Well, one and done?
What?
You one and done this week? You have to do your
summary
of the movie.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, you're right. What did that say? My memory is horrible, and Robbie keeps me to task, and I appreciate that. Benny, I think you do it too sometimes. So, summary.
Sometimes.
Right off the cuff, let's go. So, Jack Nicholson, whose character name is Mac, but his real character name is, hold on, we're getting there, R.P. McMurphy, is brought to an insane asylum, and it's for an evaluation because he was kind of a dick at his, I assume, work program that was basically jail. They didn't really kind of like detail it, but that's my assumption. So they bring him for an evaluation to the, as he calls it, the loony bin. There are several men, I think, what was it, 18 total on the floor. We're kind of kept to mainly 9 or 10 as like the main characters that we interact with. But the whole kind of idea of this movie, or the main plot of this movie, is just seeing how mental health is dealt with, and I think in the 60s, but it's not It's appropriate today, I think, as well. Um, but you're introduced to the, I guess, antagonist, Nurse Ratched. What's up? What's up?
What up?
Uh, and several other nurses that, or pages, or, I'm not sure exactly what some of their titles are, that keep the crazies in order. And Mac just kind of comes in and like stirs up trouble, becomes the leader, Lord of the Flies-esque, where he just comes in and just gets this group together and starts trying to make changes. He leads an escape, um, tries to make them better. I think unintentionally, maybe slightly intentionally. And then, kind of skipping over some things, but basically they have a big party instead of escaping, which was insane to me. But they have a big party, things go awry, and we have a suicide and a lobotomy, and then a death, and then an escape. Did I miss anything major?
No, you hit the points.
All right. Thank you for reminding me, Robbie.
Yeah, shout out Juicy Fruit. Shout out.
Shout out Juicy Fruit. Mmm, Juicy Fruit. Question. Do you like Juicy Fruit?
Oh, come on. Don't even answer that question. Please, I love it. I love it. For the 5 seconds it lasts.
Oh, you put it in your mouth and do this. Flavor's gone.
It's done.
Gone.
My
God.
big three was Winter Fresh, Big Red, and Juicy Fruit. Those are the faves.
All right. Fair. I'm a Trident guy, but hey, whatever. We can't all be perfect, I guess.
I think mine is what do I got over there? I got double bubble, 340 pieces in a bucket right now.
Nice.
Grape, Big League Chew, and
Nice.
probably whatever those sour ones were with the bubble gum used to suck on back in the day. Forgot what that's called.
Freshen ups.
Yeah, go suck yourself, I think.
Um, all right. I guess now that we've done the summary, does anyone want to start with some overall impressions on your first watch?
Start us, Rob.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, so I don't again I don't know if I wanted to watch this movie, but got an 8.7 on IMDb. That's bonkers. I think that's in the top 20 definitely. But for me personally, I thought it was okay. I thought the ending really saved it. I think that the maybe the halfway point of the movie saved it. It was definitely a little slow in the beginning, trying to get stuff together. Kind of understood what he was doing, and Jack Nicholson's character was trying to do. I think he's very in the beginning was very selfish and only cared about himself, and was just kind of trying to figure out a way to use these people to get out of here. And then I think as the movie progressed, he saw how Nurse Ratched treated them, the way she would kind of manipulate them and bring them back to basically just wanting to stay there. Um, but it was good. It was good. The acting was great. Jack Nicholson, please, fantastic as always. Out of this world. I love Big Chief. When he spoke with the Juicy Fruit, that was a shocker. I think I actually gasped because I thought it was great. But yeah, it went from not funny, but mental health isn't funny, I'm saying, but it definitely went from a not lighthearted either, but a joking movie with some serious undertones to very dark uh in the last 20 minutes. And it was sad. I felt bad because he kind of was going there just to get a vacation, not go to jail, and wound up just getting lobotomy and just dying. So it's a twist of fate. It was crazy, but it was good. I definitely enjoyed it. I think it was just, I don't know, for some reason to me it was just the pacing was a little too much, and the length was too much as well. I think we got to cut that back down to an hour 45. Less boat rides and more party time. But the boat ride was funny, so I can't complain.
There. Ben, you want to go? Or you want me to?
I'll go first because I feel like I'm going to be a little bit similar to Robbie. Like, I don't want to call this a miss for me. I didn't get the hype of why some people are like, oh my God, this is an all-timer, this is a classic. Like, it was good, but I feel like there was a lot of stuff that I needed to fill in the details of. I know famously, I always say that I don't like to look at the synopsis of anything before I watch it. And in this case, when I went to rent it, I like read the first line of it, and it was, you know, Jack Nicholson character fakes like an insane plea so he can get out of a prison sentence. And if I didn't read that, I'd kind of be left wondering, like, did he actually need to get sent there? I feel like this movie didn't really explain a lot of things that kind of were integral to the plot. Like even the Nurse Ratched stuff, like she was evil, but I was like, is she? And in apparently like in the book, like she is like just straight up evil. And
Yeah.
like and there wasn't enough of her being evil throughout the whole movie to make her really that antagonist for me. Like she's dealing with a bunch of these people, and Mac being like super antagonistic. So you kind of like, I could see where she's coming from. But at the end with Billy, the way that his story ends up, that was really like the evil moment for me for her, and it took that long for me to get there with her. So I don't know, man. I felt like it was kind of all over the place with a lot of different things. Did I enjoy it? Yes. I almost feel like I need to watch it again or read the book to like really get what this story is about. Um, but yeah, I was left a little disappointed, but not like, I didn't hate it and I didn't love it. I was just kind of in the middle, and maybe the expectation thing got to me a little bit with this one.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. And I think I liked it a little more than you guys just based on what you're saying, but maybe we'll discuss it more. But I agree, I was a little bit let down, and I think again it was just the fact that it's like number 19 all time on IMDb. A lot of people say it's like their favorite movie or it's, top five movies, whatever. So I went in being like, I'm in for a fucking ride. And I got it to a certain extent. The acting was phenomenal, I thought, in this film. Everyone was awesome. Jack Nicholson, I mean, amazing, but there really wasn't, maybe some of the like the extras and bit characters weren't amazing, but like no one really stood out as like really bad. But a lot of the supporting actors were fantastic. Christopher Lloyd, Danny DeVito, I forget the other guy's name, but you mentioned Billy, like Nurse Ratched, like all these characters, loved them, and the acting was great. I thought the story was like a little weak for me. Um, but I liked it a lot, even though, or like even though that I felt the story was weak, like Robbie, you were saying it was a little slow to start. I agree with that. And I agree with your point, Benny, about maybe a little more explanation in certain parts would have been helpful. Um, but I don't know. And I didn't read that leading watching, so I kind of was watching it thinking like, is he faking or is this real? Like my initial take is that he's not crazy, he's just an asshole. And he has
Yeah.
like, he doesn't like authority and like being told what to do. And like, all right, does that mean you belong in an insane asylum? Probably not. But if you were put like I was envisioning like if I was in his situation, and I mean, I'm not as big an asshole as he is, but like I would probably lose my mind too, just being surrounded by insanity. Um, so yeah, I really liked it. But I didn't love it, and I'm a little disappointed that I didn't love it because I expected to just based on all the reviews and stuff. But yeah, um, love Nurse Ratched. I think I have a thing for her, which is fucked up. So maybe I'm the crazy person. Um, but yeah, I agree with what you said. Like, is she really evil? Yes, but also if you're in that position, you need structure and schedules, and like you need to maintain order because once one person starts losing it, then the whole group goes crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to make this like well, this is what the book was, because it's really not about that. It's about
No.
the movie.
Yeah.
But like the way that this is supposedly set up in the book is like she's very evil, and
Hmm.
like, and that's not what I got from this. Like right off the bat, you're getting that Mac is like in prison for statutory rape, and he's being an asshole to the group and the dynamic in general. So like there's disdain there for Mac knowing what he's in there for, and empathy for Nurse Ratched because of the way that he's acting. So I don't know, like a lot of people said that the whole dynamic is of this movie is like good versus evil, and like sticking it to the man in this type of situation. But like, how do you? I don't get that from this unless they were trying to do something different and make it more ambiguous. Um, but for me, like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't get some of the things that people say make this movie so great.
Yeah.
I agree.
Again,
I just feel like, again, like maybe it's the same thing with when we did Silence of the Lambs. Like these are the first of its kind type movies. I don't know if there was ever a movie kind of like Cuckoo's Nest, like what they dealt with that kind of topic. I'm not too sure, but I feel like at that moment in time, it was probably, groundbreaking or just like a visionary type film. But I mean, it swept all the top five like categories for the first ever. I do think it's very overrated. I, I, I didn't enjoy the story so much. You don't, like Benny said, I think Benny hit the nail on the head. Like you're not getting any. You get like a quick backstory. He's just going in there because, he doesn't want to do jail time. I don't know. I didn't think it was sticking it to the man because what is he sticking? What is he sticking it to? I know they're in there. Some of those people are in there voluntarily, but for him, he committed a crime basically. Like what are you sticking it to the man for? And she wasn't. She was doing evil stuff in various different ways, obviously to play with them, and it's kind of like mind control them and stuff like that. But I don't know. The end was when she truly was evil, but like maybe the 75% of the movie, she was just like whatever, a weird, crazy little nurse who just wanted to
Had
do
like
it
a
her way. And
she had like power trip.
yeah, and even with Jack Nicholson's character, like Keith said, he wanted to basically drive her crazy. So I mean, he's partially to blame as well.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, the whole dynamic between the two of them is like, yeah, I mean, obviously she's gonna want to mess with him and fuck him over. Like like you said, outright said like he wanted to get under her skin, and they all suspect that he doesn't really have mental issues anyway. So there's that part of her that's skeptical of him in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think like we kind of all said, but she has, she can't overpower them. Um, she has to control them in some way. So it's basically mind games, and like they're all, I mean, at least some level of having some kind of mental disability. Even Jack, maybe not, but like definitely is. I mean, also it could be we're looking at this in 2025. We're coming in pretty quick to be like, oh, just a little statutory. Like, yeah, just a little. Like, I don't know in the 70s and when this was set, like if that was such a big deal, but like we're looking at it now and like, wow, this guy's clearly a piece of shit. So like,
Yeah.
should we be rooting for him? I don't know. And like, I don't know. He just kind of like he was not a protagonist to me in the sense that like I was rooting for him. Like I was kind of constantly disappointed by him because I felt like he could have escaped several times and instead decided to be a jerk off and just like fuck around. And yeah, in the end, maybe he was trying to better some of his friends in the ward, but like overall, like he just kind of sucks.
Kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there is that development of his character from where he comes in to him actually caring about these people by the time he leaves. But like some of that kind of stuff I just felt like was glazed over.
Yeah.
And like especially like the goodbyes he got at the end. I didn't see enough excuse me. I didn't see enough in the movie for those like tearful emotional goodbyes to be like so justified. You know what I mean? Like I get what he did for them, and like he wanted to show them with the fishing trip like you're able to be out on your own. Like you some of you put yourself in here on your own. Not a lot of you are committed, and like you're just as capable. And it's nice that he showed them that. Um, but I wish there was a little bit more of it. to kind of really justify like how emotional they were towards him at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the whole end, the party, like every single time he didn't jump out the window, I was like, what are you doing?
That
Like
was yeah.
when the two girls came in, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
I know.
go,
Yeah.
leave the booze. Give that's your present. That's your goodbye. Hey, or have a party, guys. I'm getting the fuck out of here and going to Canada. No, I gotta stay and be the center of attention for all my weird friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. Um, I also think, and don't get me wrong, I don't know the details, but I'm I think we could safely say that mental health institutions were not great historically and probably still aren't, but I don't know exactly what's going on there. But I didn't feel like this one, other than maybe like a handful of scenes, was really that bad. Like, yeah, they were medicating him. They like when things got out of hand, they did the electroshock. Like, that's not cool. And they hit him, but like only after being hit. Like, I didn't really see a lot of like evil shit. Like, there was just a
The,
lot of manipulation.
the thing that stood out to me was like how much they just left them on their own. Just kind of like they're
Yeah.
alone in the tub room. They're alone at
Yeah,
night pretty much, like to just do whatever
just
they want.
hanging out,
So
whatever.
it was kind of progressive in some ways, I guess.
I
Yeah,
guess. What?
you could basically just stand on top of a big chief and escape and nobody's gonna say anything. Yeah.
Insanity. And then I think even like the night of the party, I think something happened. I don't remember what the scene right before that was, but I was just like, oh, still just one dude watching everybody. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. No one's locked in. There's no, no one's tied down, nothing. And he's easily
Bribable.
bribed with some booze and a lady.
Maybe an HJ.
Maybe.
I wish.
She loves hospitals. Oh, all right.
I do.
Um, all right. Should we get some scores out of the way and then get back into some discussion?
Yeah, let's do that.
Does anyone want to start?
I'll go.
All right.
Um, Listen, hey, this is the podcast you're listening to of three absolute idiots that don't really know what they're talking about and never went to film school. So take all these with a grain of salt and leave a comment below if you disagree. Maybe we'll talk about it with you on a future episode. But I'm gonna go 7.1 on this one. Um, there's a lot that I liked. Obviously, we're getting into kind of some of the things that we had issues with, but yeah, 7.1. Like I said, I mean, you guys mentioned the acting performances, some of the characters, like the end of the movie really kind of saved it for me too. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go 7.1.
Fair.
I
Uh,
agree. Sorry, I
go
agree.
ahead.
The ending saved it from being in the sixes. The last 20 minutes were very good and I enjoyed that. But from the get, I was like, man, what did everybody see in this movie? I was like, this is okay. Like 8.7's like groundbreaking. I mean, probably. I wasn't born back then, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't get it. I don't get it. I still don't get it. Uh, Same with Benny. 7.2 for me.
It just felt there were so many times where I was like, this is like all over the place.
Yeah. It
That's
was
just kind
like,
of how I felt.
yeah, I just didn't. I the majority of the time, I think I was like, even though he was great, I was like, this guy's annoying me right now. Everything he's doing just is annoying me. Like, I don't know. The way he was losing his mind, like even with the stupid baseball on the TV screen when he was narrating it, I'm just like, I don't know. There's a lot of things where I just was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Dodgers swept that series.
Sandy Koufax, shout out.
Um, I'm I've struggled with this score because even though things about it kind of annoyed me, I still like really liked a lot of things about it and the performances. And I've been thinking about it like since I watched it. I don't know what that means necessarily, and I know I don't want to watch it again anytime soon, but I still really like it. So, but I don't love it enough to go into the 9, so I'm gonna stay 8.9.
Wow. Okay.
Wussy D.
Yeah, I'm shocked too because I feel like I could justify a way lower score, and I could also talk myself into even a higher score. But I just again, I feel like rewatchability, even if it's stupid, like, is this a better movie than a lot of the other movies we've watched that we've given 9s to? Probably, I guess, based on Oscar wins and the fact that it's like on everybody's top 10 lists and whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But like movies, I want movies to entertain me and I want to enjoy it. And I not say that I didn't here. I get where you guys are coming from, but I also could see all parts of the spectrum. I could see someone being like, fuck this movie, it's a 1. And I could see someone saying it's a 10. So like, I don't know. But I
I
like
just I think that there was so much there at the end. Like if that was the movie, like if that stuff was expanded on, I would have been like, wow, yeah, this is an awesome this is an awesome premise. I like what they're talking about. And then you had all these acting performances on top of it. Then I could see it being in the 9s and like, wow, this is an incredible movie. Like the stuff I thought was so intriguing at the end was Billy comes out of the room where he's with Candy, and for the first time in the movie, he's like not stuttering, or the
yeah,
stutter is like just there only a
minimal.
little bit. And she knows exactly how to break him, and she does, and the stutter comes back, and like
Yeah,
just the way that whole spirals so quickly. And that's the moment, like I said, where I felt like, wow, she's fucking evil. Like that's like, what was the point of that? Like you essentially she's been around him so much, she could see that he improved, and like that confidence boost was so important for him, and she just took like
crushed them.
wiped it out on purpose. She knew exactly what she was doing. She
Yeah,
knew his trigger was the mother, and she threw it in his like that was intriguing to me. If there was more of that kind of stuff in this movie, I would have been like I said, that's the stuff that would have put it in the 9s for me.
yeah. And that's
Benny, do
that.
us a
Go
favor.
ahead.
Ben, get the mouthpiece ready with this guy up there. Get the mouthpiece ready, and I'll get the zappers.
This does, yeah. We're gonna
Full
strap it
dab
to
will
the
do
bed.
you.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, but I found even the some of the mundane shit early on to be intriguing. Um, I don't know. I've always liked weird movies and like thinkers and stuff like that, and I'm not saying that this definitely is one or you guys are wrong for your scores. I totally agree with you, and the boat scene is terrible. Um, but I just been thinking about it for several days, and I don't know.
I don't mean to hog all the airtime here, but I have
No,
two
go ahead.
quick things to point out. Like one of the things that I read was how important the boat scene is. Again, I
In the
was
book.
said I was going to make it about the book, but like the whole leading up to the boat scene was a huge production. Like he was trying very hard to get them to do that. Like it was supposed to be a field trip, and that was a big head-butting moment for him and Nurse Ratchet. And it was a little bit more of an integral role, and this kind of just felt like it was thrown in there. And the other thing was, like you said, Ryan, in the beginning, some of the things that were intriguing was the conversation between Spivey and Mac when he first gets in there. Like just that
Yeah.
first little introduction of Mac and the doctor that talks to him, like that conversation felt so real. Like just like that the thing that they point out, or the clip they use for the trailer of him talking to him about the fishing picture. Like just that conversation felt so real. Yeah, those are the things that I really enjoyed about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And I liked all that stuff. And I liked basically the things I didn't like was the boat trip scene. And that is one. But every single time that I was like, what are you doing? Fucking escape. Like that bothered me, but I kind of understood why he didn't. I mean, I didn't understand, but I get why the character didn't escape, but it's still fucking stupid. The window's open, just jump out. Let's
I know.
go.
I know.
So stupid.
Oh, dumb. Whatever. Um, I got a quick question before we maybe get into some more serious things, but um, as our resident good hair havers, both of you, thoughts on Billy's hair? Because I felt that that was some serious salad. Just the big curls, fantastic. At one point, he did have it like kind of combed, like he was trying to look cool. But my
Yeah, I was gonna
goodness,
say in that hair stood the test of time because if you saw somebody out on the street with that right now, you wouldn't be like, oh, that guy's insane. You'd be like,
yeah,
that guy's got flow.
yeah.
You got some good lettuce.
Flo Joe. Yeah, nice lettuce.
All
Not
right,
as good as the chief, but what can you do?
it's true.
Nice locks. I have a question
Yeah,
before we get into the heavy topics. Um, is Jack Nicholson just Jack Nicholson in every movie he's in, playing Jack Nicholson?
maybe.
I something that I was thinking about bringing up is and it's no disrespect because I do think he's very good, but like this is his wheelhouse. This movie, The Shining, I haven't seen the Batman movie, but obviously he's a lunatic in
Yeah,
that
he's
one.
like,
He's yeah, he's a lunatic in the Departed. Like that's I was actually the question I was going to ask and bring up was is Jack Nicholson a character actor?
Great question.
Right?
and here's a follow-up to that. I would same thing, character actor. Is he overrated?
I I don't know. I don't know. Again, something that I was thinking about watching this movie because like he's very good. I don't think you hear a lot of people that are going to put him in like their top five or anything like that. I think he's just very famous. I don't know if he's really overrated, but I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
I mean, I think he won 3 Academy Awards, but to me, like every movie I've seen him in, he's just over the top, and I just feel like I feel like he basically kind of played the same character in here and in The Shining. Obviously, The Shining was a little bit more. He actually went and lost his mind basically, but I don't know. I just feel like even the Joker, like you said, like I just feel like all this stuff is just him, tuned up to about a 10. And I know I stand for DiCaprio, but I mean you get lost in his roles. You don't know if that's DiCaprio. Like, could Jack Nicholson pull off that trailer scene in Once Upon a Time? No. That improv scene? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think he's overrated and a character actor as well.
It's interesting, right? Like now I'm thinking like even like anger management. Like he's kind of just a psycho
Yeah.
with Adam Sandler. Like the only thing that and I haven't seen it. The only other movie I could think of with him where he's like prominent is As Good as It Gets. And I think like that's probably like his I don't want to say his only leading man role because like this is kind of a leading man role, but that's like a rom-com type, you know, definitely different than any of these other movies we've talked about with him.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. I mean, he's been in other shit, Chinatown, and I'm trying to
Steel
think what
Magnolias.
else. What's that?
Steel Magnolias.
Was he in that?
I think he won an Academy Award for that.
Really?
Yeah, like I think he was in it for like 15 seconds.
I fucking hate Steel Magnolias.
I'm more of a Fried Green Tomatoes kind of guy.
Yeah, yeah. I just both those movies for some reason, like I think my grandma watched them like all the time. It was one of them was always on.
It's got a pretty decent cast, Steels. It's got, oh, maybe it's Terms of Endearment.
That's what you're thinking of. Yeah, he's in
Yes.
that. Okay.
I'm not, man, Olympia Dukakis, shout out.
Oh,
Look who's talking 1 and 2,
the best.
please.
Next week might
Dukakis.
have to be Look Who's Talking week.
I'll do it.
Say less. Michael Dukakis week?
Love it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I Maybe I don't know. I think we get that impression that he's kind of like that in real life because of like the golf club incident and some of the other things that have happened. But like, I don't know if he's like a psycho in real life. Like, I guess maybe.
Yeah, 100%.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah, he's just doing drugs, coke,
I mean,
cigs,
probably.
alcohol, just banging everybody in town. Lunatic.
Yeah. Well, he plays himself really well then.
Does. He does. But listen, I'm telling you right now, he ain't gonna be on my end of the Plummy Awards list. I'll tell you that right now.
Fair. That's fair. Um, so well, speaking of him, I would say I just want to bring up the other, I would say lead. I mean, there's a couple of people that were integral to this, but like Nurse Ratched, we talked about a lot already, but like I don't know. I was really intrigued by her because I went in thinking, like we said, that she was just like pure evil, one of the best villains of all time in cinematic history. And I kind of, I don't know if it's me, but I thought she was a very good antagonist. I don't know if I would consider her a villain. I know we kind of talked about it a little bit already, but I just wanted to like echo that where I, I really think, yes, did she do some awful shit? Yes. Is the mental health debate that stems from this movie or just in general a tough one to have? Yeah, because like you want to try and help that these guys or just anyone in general get better, but like you also can't just like let them do whatever the fuck they want all the time because then it's chaos. So it's like she you have to be somewhat manipulative in a role like this. So like I don't know if I would say I don't consider her really villainous. Like yeah, the thing with Billy was fucked up, but I think when she saw him, I think she was like I fucked up. I went too far with that. Like she was just trying to get control of this situation which was absolute anarchy and was just kind of do like I gotta fire all my shots here. Like I gotta fuck everyone up and just get them under control.
Yeah, but that was really like she didn't have to
No,
go that far with him at all.
I mean, but what else? Again, maybe like you said before, if we had a little bit more backstory, there would be something like a rubber bullet instead that she could have fired at him that would be like would be able to get him under control, but like wouldn't be so hurtful. But like we don't know what that would have been. Like, what would she, I don't know. What would she say? Oh, finally got some girl not to leave you or something. I don't know. Like that's the only things we know is that his mother fucks him up and that he fucked up some marriage proposal.
Yeah, like yeah, I don't know. Like if you know how like there's obviously something going on at home with him, right? Like between
Right.
him and his mother. To like throw that in his face, like there's got to be a way to like she recognizes that like he's in a better spot than he's been the whole time. And like isn't that the goal there? Like
Right.
for these people to be rehabilitated and like get over some of the stuff that they are. And like to find a way to be like, listen, you know, I see the change in you, but like there are things that can't happen here and we need to address those and like what you did was wrong, but let's build on the way that you feel. Like that's got to be kind of the way you go at it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm not saying what she did was right in any way, or excusing it. It was fucked up, but I think she just fucked up in that situation. Like it's just the whole ward is all chaos, and she's just like, I just got to get control. It's like when my kids are going bananas, I just yell at
Listen,
them, and I'm like,
you want to smash. We get it. We get it. You're gonna defend it to the end. We get it.
I'm ride or die for Ratchet. No, it's yeah. I mean, yes, maybe partially, but also B. I
I
just
just
the
the
villain
la-
part. Go ahead.
the last thing I want to say is she knows how that face of a person that you just want to like you're like, I need to stay out of the way of this person. Cause like every time she gave like a look to somebody, it was like chilling, like how like emotionless she was. And like just like that, you saw like the evil behind her eye. And that was through the whole movie. And I don't think she was being evil the whole movie, but like she had that look about her that was like, oof, don't mess with this one.
I'm sorry. Maybe I like it a little.
There's nothing wrong with
It's
that.
the,
Listen,
that's a you thing. You better go. I think Stony Brook has a hospital. Maybe like the 640, you can talk to
Maybe I
people over
should.
there.
Yeah, I should probably go, check some things out.
I don't think she's. I just think that it knows how to manipulate and control these people. That's what she wants to do, control them, and in a way that is evil. I don't think she was evil the entire movie, but you know, she definitely has her ways and is messed up. She's not really trying to, like Benny said, I feel like she's not really trying to make these people actually better and have a better life. I think she's just there to control them. I think in a sick way, she likes to control them and to maybe get them to that point and be able to hold that control over them.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that like even today, I can't think of a word that I want to use, but any institution that is claiming to want to do X, which is a good thing, that's always the goal, no matter how you're getting there. It's, just something you say to the higher ups, like like she said in that meeting about Jack, and I think maybe that was more to fuck with him, to keep him there. But like just generally, that's, oh, we can absolutely, make this guy better. Like she was 100% like one of those employees that like all the managers love because she knows the right things to say and like all that stuff. But in the end, she just wants control, like you said.
Yeah, she's basically just every Italian mother and grandmother in this world. They just want to control. That's it.
you're not leaving. Where you gonna go? Where
You
you
need
gonna
me. You need
go?
me.
Yeah.
How you gonna, who's gonna cook for you?
Gonna
Yeah.
leave me here alone?
After all I did for you,
No,
wiped
no,
you,
go ahead.
fed you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
God.
Please.
Nah, I must have been a bad mother. Forget about me.
The only like this my digging too deep and probably very incorrect um theory is that they want to lobotomize people. It's like an experiment, like, and it's to push people to get them to the point where they have the excuse to do that, to kind of see how uh that surgery works and if it's viable. Because I guess there's a couple people. I mean, they're obviously skilled at doing it. They've done it a couple times before. Like this probably wasn't the first. So that's my conspiracy theory that I don't think has really any merit. But like that would be kind of my why she pushes people and wants to break them.
Wouldn't be the first time people in power took the, I guess, less fortunate in society and abused them
Yeah.
in various ways. So you're right.
It's America for you.
Yeah.
I think they call that Operation Midnight Hammer when they lobotomize everybody.
What a name. What a bunch of fucking 15-year-old idiots.
You know.
Stupid.
Ugh.
Stupid.
Anyway. Um, should we talk maybe some side characters, or do you want to talk about anything specific in the story?
I feel like we kind of exhausted the story. We just keep going over the same things if we kept doing it.
Yeah, probably. Um, Chief, my goodness.
I know. I mean, we got this far without even like talking about him,
I
really.
know. So good. Like you said, Robbie, when he spoke, I was like,
Yeah, that
I
was a
knew it.
surprise.
I knew it. I was like, early on, I was like, this motherfucker's playing everybody. But
I
I,
I love him as a character. I wish that there again. That's something I wish was explored a little bit more. Like obviously, it's nice the way they kind of have that twist and the reveal with his character. But I wish there was a little bit more with him.
yeah, the book is told from his perspective, which I
Yeah,
Oh,
think is
really?
interesting. Yeah.
That's cool.
And he's definitely in the book like crazier than is portrayed in this.
Yeah, like what is his? craziness, really. I mean, I'm sure he did something that put him there in the first place, but like he's not really crazy. Like he has the whole story about his father being an alcoholic, and he like he's developed this defense mechanism on to like how to survive there, but like throughout the whole movie he's even tempered, like he doesn't lash out, like he doesn't do anything that's really I guess you would consider quote unquote crazy.
Yeah, because he could probably damage everybody in that place.
Yeah.
He
He's
was
like the he looked like the great Khali in there.
That's a good one. They definitely not Johnny Gonzalez, please.
Yeah, who know, maybe it was something similar to with Jack where like he did something and then was in jail and his wasn't speaking and was acting like he couldn't understand anybody and they were like, well, must be crazy, send him
Yeah.
off to the nut house.
He was the redeeming part of Mac in this movie. Like the relationship that they developed was the thing that actually redeemed Mac in this movie for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. That bench scene with the gum like made me love Mac and Chief, and he was totally like not annoying. Like Robbie, you're right. Mac is so annoying in this film. Like you're just like, dude, all right, just fucking chill. Like you don't
Yeah,
have to be like the cool guy with your nudie playing cards. What are you, 12? Like, come
yeah,
on. But
cool.
yeah, cool man. Um, but I don't have to like the character to be interested or intrigued by them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was annoying. They're all annoying in their own way to a certain extent. But I did really like shit, what's his name?
I thought, yeah, like I said, I thought what's name was very good. Chief, I loved him. I didn't think I was
Yeah.
gonna love him, but he played such a much bigger role. And Billy Babbitt was very good in his role.
Yes.
Very good. Maybe even better than Jack Nicholson.
Argument could be made for that. Yeah, and I mean Danny DeVito is awesome.
Yeah.
Loved him.
The other guy was
Martini.
good too. The guy that was just, freaking out about his cigarettes when he was driving a boat and stuff
Oh,
like that. That was fun.
yeah. I liked him.
Cheswick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was good. Um
And even what's his name? The guy that kind of was the first one to reveal that he was in there voluntarily, and him and
Harding.
yeah, Mac didn't
Yeah.
get along. He was another one.
I liked him a lot. He was
Yeah, he was
funny
very good.
too. You don't know what peculiar means?
I was thinking about Robbie when they were in the fight in the tub house, and he kept saying, he's like, keep touching me, see? Like he kept saying see at the end of everything, and I was thinking about the conversations we had about these older movies and like just that old school accent.
I loved his boat outfit. I don't know if you guys noticed it. It was like a plaid jacket. It was
Oh yeah,
fucking
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
That was funny when they were fighting to steer the boat.
Yeah.
I got a notification on my phone and I wasn't I zoned out for a second there, but did we talk about Christopher Lloyd at all?
Not really, but I love him.
Oh man, he was good in this too. Like again, him like being the antagonist to Harding a lot was really great.
Yeah.
He was good in this movie as well. I enjoyed him.
He's like, would you get to the point with all your bullshit? It was like so perfectly timed too, because he was like going off, and I was like, "What is this guy talking about?" And then that's when you get introduced to
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd's character. I was like, "Oh, perfect." Like that again. That was the things where like, as much as I didn't like some of these things, or I didn't like I guess the way they went about the plot, and like these were the things that like made it enjoyable. And like you said, like the characters and the performances we got out of all these people, like I get the praise that it gets, but obviously we have some of our issues with it.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like a movie like this too, when it's so highly regarded, like yes, there's disappointment because of the the expectations, but it just makes you grade it on a harsher scale. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there are movies we watched and I've given like high 8s and 9s to that like were not heralded. Like, would I have given Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels a 10 if we went into it and they were like, "Oh, the greatest movie of all time"? I'd probably be like, "Come on, not the
Come
greatest
on.
movie of all time."
Yeah.
But when no expectations, you go into the movie like, I really fucking enjoyed that movie and I had fun with it. So here, high score.
Yeah. Scoring's weird, especially once you have so many scores. You're just like, all right, seriously, is Harry Potter seriously better than this
Yeah.
movie? Like, maybe I enjoyed it more.
To me,
Yeah, my
that's why I said
experience.
Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrel, Two Barrels. It's a Ben 10.
Ben 10.
Doesn't mean it's a 10.
Betty 10.
Benny 10.
I feel like I had something else I wanted to ask you guys, and I can't think of it. Do you guys have anything?
No, I mean, just, given I thought the cheesiest part of the whole movie was not the um chief throwing the thing through the window, but him like prancing off into like the like I get it, but like also pretty fucking cheesy 50 years later.
Yeah, I just always waiting for him to like jump up and put a fist in the air. That would
Freeze frame.
yeah.
Don't you forget about me.
Honestly, that song might have been like I don't get like the vaguely racist like Indian music that was like playing behind that scene. Maybe it was just me that read into that music a little too much, but I'm like, what? They're like 2 seconds away from like someone just coming out and meeting him with a peace pipe like out of the forest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal.
Well, what's funny about that scene is I knew the second Jack tried to pull it up, I was like, Chief's doing it because of The Simpsons. The Simpsons ruined it for me because there was a quick scene in an episode since most of my brain is Simpsons related. I was like, fuck, they spoiled it for me. Thanks a lot. Fucking jerk.
What was I gonna say? Oh shit, I lost my train of thought. All right, somebody else take the slack because I just blew it.
One quick thing. Um, Miloš Forman didn't I mean, he did stuff before this, but I felt like has a pretty good track record. He's got Amadeus, Man on the Moon, People vs. Larry Flint. This.
That's a
Pretty,
long career.
I know. Yeah, Man on the Moon's 99.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
he's got yeah,
Scorsese's been around a long time too.
yeah, sure.
And Spielberg, one of the first movies we watched, that was what, 70, what did we say? 73,
75,
74?
50. It's 75. It's the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Movie stunk. Movie stunk.
This or Jaws.
Oh,
Uh, I'll go Jaws because it's got my man, whatever the guy was in The Sting. Forgot his
And
name.
because you're wearing that hat.
That's true.
yeah.
That's right.
I love it. Robbie loves sharks.
Love sharks.
What about you, Benny? Jaws or this?
I feel like I want to say Jaws because like if I think about these two movies a year from now or 2 years from now removed, I'll always remember that soliloquy by again, we both blanked on his name. The guy from not the verdict, the Sting.
Robert
Uh
Shaw?
Robbie
yeah, Robert
everything?
Shaw, like that boat scene when he's,
incredible.
given that speech. So like I think I'll go with Jaws because it's going to be more memorable to me at the end of the day.
I'd go Jaws too. Even though I'm pretty sure I gave this a higher score than Jaws, but we didn't know what we were doing. Come
Yeah.
on.
We're young, dumb.
Young, dumb, full of fun.
That's it.
Um,
Full of volts, 10,000 watts.
yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I did. I gave Jaws an 8.3.
What did I give Jaws?
8.7. Robbie,
Stand by it.
7.9.
7.9.
Yeah,
I was giving everything 8s and
everything.
9s.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I like Jaws better than this for sure. But this is still good.
This is one of those ones again where like I really wish we had someone to like kind of put us in our place and like explain maybe a little bit more why everybody else seems to like really put this movie on a pedestal.
I mean, I still agree with if you don't like it, then that's okay. But I agree with that where you're saying, yeah, someone tell me why this is so highly regarded. Is it something we're missing? So I don't send us an email. I know you won't, but
No, yeah,
should.
obviously not. I mean, forget about
No,
that.
you're gonna
But
listen
still,
to our takes and immediately turn us off. But like I feel like The Sting was a better movie than this.
oh, I love this thing. One of my favorites. Yeah,
I don't
without
know.
a doubt.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Come on,
It's more
let's get into
entertaining.
let's get into a fight. Come on, tell us we're stupid, Ryan.
No, it's not. I'm just
He
thinking
thinks
this
Nurse
thing
Ratched
was
is a good person.
what's that?
He thinks Nurse Ratched is a good person. So I mean,
I didn't say I think she's a good person. I just think that she does things to me that I'm not sure I can explain.
would you do her in the neck brace?
Yes.
He
Nice.
he wants to put her in the neck brace.
Uh Sting I think is more entertaining, but the biggest reason why I like this film is because I've been thinking about it, and I don't know.
I
Sting was
just
like,
feel like
man, but
I said with this one, like there was so much there. Like I feel like they could have expounded on and left out. Like, did I need seven? Like, I get it's building the relationship between, but did I need so many gambling scenes?
no, yeah, that
Like,
agree.
You gotta cut that. That's what I'm saying. Cut that stuff. Who cares? It's stupid.
Yeah, we know that's what they're doing, and then when Nurse Ratched is talking about how much money they owe him and shit, like that could have explained all of it.
yeah,
You don't need to see all that. I don't know, but I still liked it. Uh,
yeah.
but
Again, I'm not saying I hated it. It's just
no,
that there were so many missed opportunities for me.
Yeah, I'm not
Somebody
saying that.
that.
I'm saying sorry. I'm not saying I hate it, but I'll never watch it again. That's a fact.
I'm not saying I hate you, but I never want to see you again ever in my life.
I
Fair?
think it was. I don't want to say worse, but I think it was one of the worst older movies I've watched this year.
Fair. I mean,
I
the
only
ones
watched
we've,
three, but still.
yeah, but the ones we've watched so far have been very good.
I agree with you again because of what Ryan said, but it's not because it's old. Like I think that the movie held up pretty well. I mean, considering like it's in a very contained environment where like it doesn't really matter how old it is, unless they started, hitting that Humphrey Bogart accent on us. Like we're pretty good with this one.
Something's wrong with my brain. See?
Here's looking at you, kids. See, maybe down at Casablanca. See, I got a cigarette in my mouth and I'm playing a piano, playing the hits.
Give me a
Play it
See,
again,
give me a
Sam.
little ragtime tune over there.
yeah, please give me a little ragtime gal. See, play it all night long. Yeah, no, I agree. It wasn't because it's old. I think the Sting held up well. I think the verdict held up well. I would definitely watch the Sting again. I really enjoyed them. I think it was definitely I think it's still innovative for this time. I think that was really cool what they did, how they set up that whole thing. Impossible, but cool. All right, I'll go fuck myself.
No, no,
No,
you're
I
right.
agree.
I
I
agree.
agree.
I think
I'll
that's
still go fuck myself.
well, yeah.
I mean, that goes without saying. You just don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. I don't know we're still alive.
Fuck it. Do it live. Anything else about this?
No, we let you go because I can see your desk moving with thinking about Miss Ratchet. So
He's got to go watch the Nurse Ratched supercut.
yeah.
Medication time, gentlemen. Like, oh, all right.
The thing about that stuff, and I'm going to sound like a complete loser, but for me, it's just weird because, like, even last week, what's her name was very attractive in the movie, and then I go see pictures of her, and she's just a California raisin, and I'm like, this girl's disgusting. But that's my life, and you do age, and please look at me, I look like a freaking bozo raisin, so it doesn't matter.
At least they aged with grace and didn't inject themselves with, a metric ton of Botox.
That is true.
True. And I saw, again, it does seem like I'm like crushing on her, but I saw a picture behind the scenes and she's like smiling, having a great time with the cast. And I was like, she's so like, she is very attractive, but like because of that stink face that she has on. And it wasn't that I was like, oh, interesting. It was just the fact that she was, manipulating everyone and telling everyone what to do.
And the other thing I want to say too is, and I don't think I gave this impression at all, but just to say it, like she was very good. The issues I have with the character are not her as an actress. Like it's just I feel the way that it was written.
Yeah, oh, she was good.
Where'd you watch the behind the scenes? What site?
Mr. Skin.
That site's still operational.
Howard Stern still talks about it all the time. So
all right. No, I didn't do what I normally do, and that's look and see if there's nudes of her from some other film. Didn't do that. I didn't want to ruin the image I had.
She's still. Oh, she died.
Yeah, she just like recently, like 2 years ago, I think, something like that.
2022.
3 years ago.
You almost made it, Ryan. You almost had a chance.
Damn.
Just missed.
All right. Well, I have to go see if she was ever nude in any films. So, do you guys have anything else?
No, please don't let me get in your way.
Yeah, sorry. Check your Google search. Nurse Ratched tits.
All right. Bye. Robbie, tell him good night.
Good night, Nurse Ratched.
Good night, gentlemen.
Watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father, the way he learned from his father. Let